we were on this one. Okay, go ahead.
Maybe I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to break my hand before
you can break your hand. Sonim Spirit. It's our first 3G phone based off a Qualcomm chipset and Brew operating system. It has 12 stainless steel screws. It's glass-filled polyurethane to make it tougher. Around here, what you can't see is a magnesium core inside the phone, like you'd see in a motocross bike. Right, some magnesium in the middle.
Oh my gosh, check that out, look at that.
We built an unusual version of what we call Gorilla Glass. We worked with Corning over the last year to develop this, and basically it's a glass that's very difficult to break.
So it's a hammer phone.
All of our phones come with the same accelerometer that an iPhone comes with, but we use it for different reasons. So if you were to drop this phone from, say, 20 feet, the accelerometer would detect the motion, and it's almost like an OnStar capability. It would detect the motion. It would ask you, are you okay? And if you didn't respond, if you didn't pick it up and say you're okay, it would dial the authorities, and it would transmit your location. It's the world's toughest phone.
Bienvenido a C+TV. Yes, welcome to C+TV. And this week, we're having a look at the Mobile World Congress, which just finished up in Barcelona.
Content and technology. Content and technology. We've got content solutions and technology solutions. We have content and we have technology.
Mobile is more than just voice these days. At the low end, you've still got applications like text messaging, SMS, but at the high end, video is where it's at, and particularly high-definition video. And more companies are trying to get in on the act. Here's a gentleman by the name of Eric Schmidt. He's the CEO of a little website you may have heard of called Google.
The phone is no longer a phone, it's your alter ego. The phone is no longer a place something that you just use, and it's fundamental to everything that you do. So what I would suggest here right now at the Mobile World Congress, we understand that the new rule is mobile first. Mobile first in everything. Mobile first in terms of applications. Mobile first in terms of the way people use things. And it means some important things. It means that we have a role now to inform, to educate through all these devices, and by the way, to waste everybody's time too with games and so forth and so on, which is fine. The important point is, it's what people want. It's time for us to make mobile first be the right answer. It's mobile first because it's time for us to have the software and the networks work together so that they don't, for example, waste time signaling, that they use the bandwidth that is being provisioned, which is fundamentally a scarce resource, correctly. It's mobile first in the sense that we need to figure out a right way to handle the 1% of people who use 70% of the bandwidth, right, without inconveniencing the other 99%, but providing a good service for 100% of all the users. It's mobile first in the sense that we want to say yes and not no. Culturally, it's time to figure out a way to say yes to the emergent new services and ideas that will not come from Google or from companies represented here in the room, but by the literally millions of companies and programming shops that will be built on the new platforms such as Android and all of the other ones. They're all coming, and they're coming right now. It's now the joint project of all of us to make mobile be the answer to pretty much everything.
Now here's a man for whom mobile pretty much is the answer to everything. It's Michael O'Hara, the Chief Marketing Officer with the GSM Association.
The industry is really defining a lot of our futures. If you think we have about 5 billion mobile connections in the world today, virtually everyone has a mobile as their primary means of communication. I think then if you start to think about connecting up every object in the world, Ericsson used a number of 50 billion connected devices by 2020. Everything in our lives is going to be affected by mobile, whether it's our health monitors, our cars, transportation systems, our utilities with smart grids. We're really entering that new era of the connected lifestyle.
And aiming to bring that connected lifestyle to those 50 billion devices is Ericsson CEO Hans Vestberg.
think about that we have today 4.6 billion mobile subscriptions in the world. We have roughly 500 million broadband subscribers in the world. There's 1.7 billion people on the internet. It's 400 million people using Facebook. We believe during the Chinese New Year that is happening right now, we believe it's going to be some 18, 19 billion SMS sent. Just staggering numbers. And if we just go back a couple of years, we would never have thought about it. But it doesn't stop there. What we envision right now is a continuation of that. In 5 years' time, we're going to have some 7 billion subscriptions in the world because people will have more than one. We're also going to see one of the most important things. It's going to be, in 5 years' time, some 3 billion broadband connections. 3 billion. That is just amazing. Think about this industry and what we can do with it.
And one of the things the handset giant is aiming to do is the transmission of video to mobile devices, including high-definition video, as this spokesperson explains.
The new platforms and products on display by Ericsson's joint ventures at the Mobile World Congress address customers' wishes for HD in their pockets and homes, plus easy and constant access to the internet. ST Ericsson's U8500 platform lets people take full HD and 3D video from their smartphones to television.
So here it's running over Android, and it's a MPEG-4 720p video decode.
And the company's low-cost, power-efficient platform, U6715, which supports Android, made waves at the trade fair, as that paves the way for bringing smartphones to the mass market. In addition, ST Ericsson showed the world's first demo of a powerful multitasking 1.2 gigahertz platform for smartphones.
Of course, having the networks and the handsets is one thing, but you still have to serve the video to consumers, and possibly have them serve it back. In this short promo, Anthony Ambrose, VP of Communication Networks with Radisys, explains how that's done.
Today I'd like to talk to you about an exciting new product, the Integrated Mobile Media Server, or IMMS for short. IMMS is exciting because it allows our service provider customers to get more revenue from and greater share of 3G subscribers. As you know, 3G mobile phones are evolving and getting more and more sophisticated all the time. They can support broadband access with any number of high-speed data plans. Subscribers today have access to a very large amount of high-speed data. The demand for internet content, particularly one-way video streaming, is increasing at an astounding rate. So what does this mean for the service provider, and how can you profit from these trends? Until now, content providers and 3G handset manufacturers are the only ones who've been profiting from this content explosion. You currently have a minor role between content and consumers. Radisys believes that service providers should get an even bigger piece of the 3G revenue pie. Based upon our research and discussion with customers, we believe the best way for you to enhance your 3G network is to evolve these one-way video services and develop conversational two-way video services, including video conferencing, video ringback tones, video mail, and interactive voice and video response. However, as we all know, getting these services online with the right cost and the right quality has been a significant operational and economic challenge. Which brings us back to the reason for our product, the Integrated Mobile Media Server, or IMMS. IMMS is a service delivery system designed to enhance one-way content streaming and deliver two-way conversational services to an unlimited number of 3G subscribers. IMMS also allows you to increase average revenue per user by supporting a broader range of profitable 3G revenues beyond flat-rate data plans. In other words, you can devise the service menu you want to offer and then decide how much to charge. Delivering IMMS to the industry requires a product vision based upon interoperability, reliability, and scalability.
Digamy. Hello? Well, I seem to have run out of credit, or perhaps I've exceeded the cap on my data plan. Either way, we'll see you next time for our next instalment of C+TV, right from the pages of Content and Technology magazine. I'm Phil Sandberg.
Content